Hello, everyone. My name is Eric Stanley. I'm an account executive for Tier 1 Commercial. Today, I'd like to share a story with you about one of my key accounts in New York City, a market leading global quant hedge fund, and the sales campaign that we ran that led to a $14.7 million Isilon deal. So, a little history about the account. Uh, they had been an Isilon user for over 10 plus years. We're in the process of going through rapid expansion and at the same time brought in a new head of procurement. With multiple clusters up for either expansion or renewal, they had decided that it was at this time that they would open the door to competition. And who we were going to be compared to was Pure, NetApp, and Vast. And each of these competitors brought a different series of challenges. For one, Vast was already on the floor. They had dropped off a petabyte cluster for demo. And Pure and NetApp have been trying to get in for years, so we knew that they would be willing to buy the business. And in order for us to maintain our footprint today and going forward, we knew that we had to demonstrate technical superiority and at the same time make sure that everything we were offering met the customer's current business needs and achieved what outcomes they were looking to to have. So that was our first step, was what did they want to do and what were they hoping to achieve. And what was revealed to us was they they knew they were going to be growing, so they wanted to be able to maintain cost. They also knew that they wanted as little disruption as possible. Almost all of their data resided on Isilon, and from an operational standpoint, they couldn't have any downtime. So, what did we do? We brought in key internal Dell resources, brought the core account team, we brought Isilon sales and engineering, executive leadership, DFS, and even relied on the TAM. And we clearly stated to everyone involved what this customer was hoping to achieve and came up with a plan that, based on their history, that we should lead with a TLA. And what the TLA was going to accomplish was it was going to allow them to meet their financial needs, so grow, but at the same time, not blow costs out of the water. And for us, it would allow them to plan with us. They had never done this before. They're a hedge fund. They're very secretive. They operated almost on a transactional basis, and we wanted a true partnership. So with the discussion of the TLA, we outlined TCO. We outlined what their growth would look like from day one, year one, year two, year three, and we modeled how a TLA would be advantageous to their environment. As we were doing that, we also said that in order to achieve the technical win, we had to take each one of our competitors and show that they were inferior to Isilon. And we started with from a management perspective. So Isilon, Gen 6, multiple tools that they were using on a daily basis. It was a mature platform, and it has probably the greatest management tool for all NAS equipment, and that is OneFS. And we use that to show that you go to NetApp, you're going to have to handle multiple volumes. You go to Pure, you're not going to be able to scale. You're going to have to go to multiple clusters. And Vast is so immature that they don't even have tools currently today that would allow you to manage an environment the size of their own. We then also focused on reliability. We leaned on that their entire environment had sat on Isilon for over 10 plus years. It was the technology was cutting edge compared to NetApp, which was antiquated. And at the same time, again, with the maturity level, Pure has no long-term track record, and Vast Vast is an idea and a concept at this point, and is not really a true option. So on top of that, we also looked at what they've been getting from technical support, and the TAM who has who works with them on a weekly basis and is integral to the health of their organization was something that they weren't even sure their competitors could offer. So from a technical aspect, we would have management simplicity, operational simplicity, reliability, and technical assistance. So you combine that with the TLA, and we knew that we were in a good position to meet their financial and technical needs. But in any sales campaign, you know there's going to be a curveball, and that curveball came in them not wanting the TLA. So they felt that the TLA offered operational and management complexity that we did not foresee. They thought that it would be hard for them to track when renewals would come, how much software they had left, and they really wanted to focus on their data center initiatives. So, being that this played into one of their major business outcomes, which was maintaining ability to grow but maintaining costs, we thought this was a major loss. But we stayed positive. We gathered the account team together, and we decided to pivot towards what our true strength was, and that was technical outcomes, and how those technical outcomes would meet their business needs. So, with that, we continued down the path of doing a cluster review, and it was at this time that we got our big break. Because when we got to one of their main clusters, and this is the one in which their research quants were going to be hitting on a regular basis, the client was asking for H5600s. It's a hybrid node that offers nice performance and would have definitely met their needs today. It was at this point, too, that while listening, which we think is something that most sales teams talk too much and don't do enough listening, it was revealed to us that they were very concerned about not only meeting their needs today, but also meeting some unforeseen want or need from their client going forward. It was at this point that we listened and decided that the best option would be to not show them the H5600s, but to pivot to F800s. So this gave us the unique opportunity to offer an all-flash solution for the first time. And again, we went back to the technical. We had our engineers work up all the performance metrics, and it was determined that F800s would meet and exceed their needs today and going forward. So this offered a new option that the client had never considered. So when all was said and done, it was really focusing on direct business outcomes and listening to the customer, meeting their needs, and then taking those technical wins and falling back into, okay, this is what you want. Now, how are we going to pay for it? And what happened was we came in about 10 to 40% less. I'm sorry. Our competitors came 10 to 40% less than we did. But they knew that saving a few extra dollars was not going to meet those business outcomes. And at the end of the day, the customer purchased over 30 petabytes of Isilon, 12 petabytes of that being all flash, for a total of $14.7 million. And this turned out to be one of the largest storage deals in commercial history. And as a final bonus, with the assistance of executive leadership, we added an additional $3 million worth of Power Edge to bring the final deal over $17 million. So I hope you found this story helpful and enjoy the rest of your day.